People have broken their hands, even with like 16-ounce boxing gloves with this, all right? So you still have to be careful with your partner, all right? So now, guess what? Now we're giving him a jab and a cross, so he gets 2 punches, okay? But they really don't change, because there's no difference between a jab and a cross. Why is that? Because they follow the exact same line of attack. They're both coming straight down the center, okay? So if he gives me a jab, boom. If he gives me a cross, boom. Okay, he gives me a jab, cross, boom, boom. He gives me a jab, cross, boom, bam. Okay? You kind of see the idea of the effectiveness of it.
You guys are in for a treat today. Sifu Singh has trained some of the very best around the world. In turn, he's become one of the very best in the world. He's an innovator, he's a creator. He has trained the most elite teams around the globe. If he's not here, he's in India. If he's not in India, he's in some other country. He came today to work with you on some combative concepts. He not only embodies the physical elements of it, but the spiritual and psychological. Pay close attention. And I can say all of this with extreme confidence. He is also one of my mentors. And I've appreciated everything he has ever shared with me. Guys, give it up, Sifu Singh.
All right. Thank you, sir. Mr. Powell, thank you for that wonderful introduction. It's an extreme honor for me to be here. I love this show. It's a fantastic thing. I think it brings the best people in the world together in a place where we can share the things we love to do, right? I'm here to talk to you today about a presentation I want to give to you that's about Jeet Kune Do, defensive tactics, and tactical breathing as an integrated approach. Okay, that's something that's very important. The nucleus of the whole fight, the most important thing. Okay, anybody play chess? Who plays chess? Raise your hand. Or know of chess? Okay, so in chess, what's the most important piece? King. Who said the queen? Raise your hand. And who thinks it's the king? Well, queen is important to get to, but it's the king. Because the whole point of chess is to what? Protect the king. Right? The whole point is to protect the king. But what do we all sometimes think? We need to attack with the queen. Right? That's where our mindset always goes to attack. But really you have to protect the king. Now what can the king do? The king can only move one move at a time, right? One move at a time. So what about the breath? It can also only be done what? One breath at a time. So your breath is the most important thing. I've had the honor of training over 150 elite military, police, special forces all over the world, from the Secret Service, to SWAT teams, to SEALs, you name it, and also amazing martial artists like yourselves, thousands of them. And the thing at the end of the day is the most important thing is you have to conserve your energy, and you have to be in the moment. Does that make sense? In the moment. You can't be up in your head thinking about what's going to happen. You can't be up in your head worrying about what's already happened. You got to be right here, right now, ready to go. You can't be worried about victory or defeat, because victory or defeat doesn't exist. It's an illusion. It's in the future. It hasn't even happened yet. But as soon as we start to put our mind into these things and it starts to get active, it takes us out of the moment, out of right here, right now, out of the problem-solving machine that we need to be able to go out there and take care of the situations that we're going to be into. Because at the end of the day, we cannot control other people. We can't control the environment. The only thing we can control is how we act and react to those situations. Does that make sense? Say aye. Okay, very good. So a big key thing, the nucleus of what we're going to be working on is going to be breathing. Okay, and breathing, not just breathing, there's two kinds of breathing. Okay, one is a meditative breathing, slow in and out, and I do a lot of that. I do a lot of Tai Chi. My background is in Bruce Lee's Jeet Kune Do, Filipino Kali, Wing Chun, Tai Chi, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Savat, boxing, wrestling. I love it all, right? I've dedicated my life to it. But all those arts, they all have something in common. At the highest levels, you got to breathe and you got to be in the moment and you got to be able to what? Be like water and adapt. You see with my shirts over there, we put be water, my friend. Why? Because water has that capability of adapting. It has that ability of when you put it into a container, it becomes the container. You put it into the pot, it becomes the pot. When water meets a barrier, it has an option to crash through it. If it can't crash through it, it goes around it. If it can't go around it, it finds a hole and seeps through it. Okay? But you can't adapt if you can't breathe. If you can't breathe, you're going to be tense and panic is going to set in. So breathing is going to allow you to stay in the moment, number one. And number two, breathing is going to allow you to conserve your energy so you can last longer. Okay, the worst thing in a fight, my biggest fear is for me to gas because I got tired, because I panicked, and that was in my control. If I'm going to lose and somebody's going to beat me, so be it. That was in the cards. But I'm not going to go there and help them by panicking and helping that situation. Make sense? Now, the other side of that, right, is the tactics and strategies that we're going to employ. The fastest move that we can do, Brian, come over here. The fastest move that we're going to do in any art and system, forget about the name, is not here, boom, it's just an eye jab. A quick eye jab to the eyes, right? Because if you can't see, it doesn't work. So we're going to develop a system to show you moves to use based off the fastest move that exists that attacks the most vulnerable targets. You can condition every part of your body, but you cannot condition the eyes. You can't condition the flinch response, because when somebody can't see, they can't fight. So there's the key thing. We have the tactics and strategies, but with the tactics and strategies, we also at the same time have to be able to be aware, be able to have our attention, and be in the zone. And that comes down to breathing. Make sense? Everybody got our plan of what we're going to do? You ready to get started? Okay, very good. That's all I'm going to talk about. The rest we're going to move. So let's get ready to really move, okay? Have you guys up on your feet. The first thing I want you to do is I want you guys to get a partner. So partner up with somebody right now so you know who your partner is. Really quickly do that. Stand next to your partner. Okay, clear the recording? Okay, so check it out. Here's the first thing we're going to do. I'm going to take away all your tools. Okay, so this first deal is called Protect the King. So in protecting the king, I'm going to take away your tools. I'm going to take away your footwork. I'm going to take away your hands. All right, and the first thing you're going to do is you're going to work on awareness. You're going to put one hand like this behind your back, okay? And he's going to get ready. And I'm going to be right here. We're not going to move, all right? And he's going to just start throwing jabs. And I'm going to be moving my head. Now, if you notice something, am I moving with him? I'm moving arbitrarily. That's very important with head movement. I want to make my head a moving target. I never want my head to be punch, and I move reacting to him. If I move reactionary, I'm slow. Then I get hit with death. But if you move, anybody see Mike Tyson? You watch his head movement? Okay, so this is like a Mike Tyson drill. So watch, move, move. I'm already moving. Okay? Now the key is what's making me move? It's my body. You see how much I'm moving my body? I'm using my legs. I'm not doing this. I get clocked in the head. So if you see, it's pumping, 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 pumping. Just move your head. Okay, ready? Get a partner. Now we're going to give you your feet, which is, again, the footwork controls the distance, which controls the timing and the angulation of both defensive and offensive attacks, right? So now, nothing else changes except I start to move. Yeah? Go get a try. Go. And take a break. Clear the room. Okay, so you're starting to breathe. Now here's the thing I want to tell you. Here's the reality of combat. You're going to be feeling like this the moment the fight hits. The moment it gets off. Within the first couple of seconds, you're going to feel like this. So you got to be able to know that that's coming and intercept the future. Jeet Kune Do is the way of the intercepting fist. But that first means intercept your emotions, intercept the breath, intercept the next future moment. Okay, that's really what it's about. Martial arts, at the end of the day, is not about styles and systems. It's about people. Man, the living individual, the creating being is more important than any style or system. So your ability to be right here, right now, controls everything, controls your destiny, controls the victory or the defeat. Everybody with me on that?
Yes, sir.
So now let's show you how to breathe, okay? Let's show you how to breathe so that you don't get tired, because guess what? I'm going to turn it up and turn it up and turn it up more and more and more. But what you're going to realize is as I turn it up, you're going to get more and more relaxed and it's going to slow down for you. That's the effect I want you to get by the end of the day, okay? Sir. So here's the deal. When we are doing like a Tai Chi breathing, or yogic breathing, it's long inhales, pauses and exhales, right? But that does not work in a fight, right? Could you imagine? I'm like, hold on, homie. It's not going to work, okay? So what we need to really do is we need to have a way to breathe that's really quick and very efficient, okay? And this is the tactical breathing that I share with the teams, all right? But everybody please stand up. The first thing you're going to do is put your hand on your belly, because we don't want to, when we get tense, we breathe through our throat. So let's see what it feels like to breathe incorrectly. So just breathe through your throat. Can you feel that? It's like choking, okay? Put your hand on your chest. Breathe through your chest. Again, see, that's the breathing that's where that comes from. We need to go down here. Okay, so hands on the belly. Now, here's the key. To take one single breath and get air in is not as fast as using two quick ones like this. Okay? But you watch my belly. Okay, that's the two quick breaths we want to take. Now the out breath, I want it to go like this. So imagine I breathe in and then I go, and I let it out. I don't go shh. I go shoo, 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 shoo. So I'm controlling the breath going out. Okay, so ready? In. Shoo, 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 shoo. In. Shoo, 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 shoo. Again. Shoo, 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 shoo. Now, why am I making you make this shoo, 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 shoo sound? Okay. All right. Who has children in this room? When a baby cries, what sound do you make to make the baby feel comfortable? Shh. When somebody's sad, what do you do to console them? Shh. When you're shivering cold, what do you do? Shh. Okay? The shoo sound is related from Chinese medicine to the liver. The liver holds feelings of anger, tension, and anxiety. That vibration goes there and releases it. The next thing the shoo sound does is it creates a biofeedback loop for you that tells you that you're breathing. If you don't hear yourself breathing, guess what's not happening?
You're not breathing.
You're not breathing. That means you're not in the moment. That means you're thinking or you're holding your breath. Okay, so it creates a biofeedback mechanism to tell you, oh, I'm breathing, I'm here. Okay, so let's try that together. Okay, now here's the other key thing. With the air, when you're doing like a yogic breathing or a Tai Chi breathing, what you're going to end up doing is you're going to fill to 100 and then out to 0. Okay? Here, imagine that your air is like a gas tank. I never want this gas tank to go below 50%. And I never want to fill it up beyond 75. So that's the cue of when to breathe. Does that make sense? So I need to breathe till I get to 75, and then I exhale till I get to 50, and then I keep doing that. Now you might have to do that faster and slower depending on the tension and pressure that's being placed on you. Make sense? That's the idea. Okay, now get back with your partner. We're going to do the exact same drill, but now I need to hear the whole room going. Anybody here does Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? All right, so if you go and do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with some of the top players in the world, the whole room, you're going to hear it go. Because they're relaxing, it's slowing you down, while the tension of the event is amping you up. Make sense? Okay, let's go. Give it a try. Go. All right, the stance. So everybody do this for me. Okay? And make it like not straight, but like a nice curve that's comfortable for you. And this curve is individual depending on how big your chest is, your shoulders are. Right here, what do you find is a comfortable position? And notice this is right at my throat. Now, whatever your lead that you like, whether it's right-handed or left-handed, take that lead. Step back with the other hand. And just do this. And now here's your stance. It's that simple. Because now look, anything and everything that comes has to come where? Through this funnel. And you're relaxed here. If you're a boxer, boxers like this, okay? But they train boxing, so it's different. But I want it to be here because then you have more tools. Because boxers are just shooting straight and hooks, right? They're doing different things. We have different tools we want to use because we're talking about street fight altercation, okay? So I want you here like this. The next thing is the cobra. Watch my back. The hood of the cobra. There, see? As soon as you do that, what happens? Your chin gets tucked, and now you become smaller, all right? Here, that's the idea. So this is your position. Your back leg, your heel should be raised, so it's like a piston that pushes you forward. And I want you to be athletic. All right? So now, when he does the punches to me, my primary is still not the hands. My primary is my breathing, my footwork, my head, And then guess what happens? How easily the hands will come in. See what I'm saying? And he starts to punch. Oops, there. You see that? It goes right into the elbow, all right? Brian, put on some boxing gloves so you can come for the next demo. Okay, so if you see this here, as he's throwing, bam, bam. Now what's happening, he's going right into the tip of my elbow. All right, so you imagine that. You know what that feels like? See the corner of the room? If I said go hit that corner of the room, that's what that feels like when it comes in. Now, you can put on boxing gloves if you like, but there's not enough for everybody, so we're gonna do it with control. Okay, so if you see, I'm going here, and I pull my hand back. You guys see that? I'm not going over here and go bam and destroy him. So there's two ways I can do this. He punches, I can just go like that. I just move. I just move, and he runs into that. Or he comes and just direct it into that. Okay, that's the idea. So come on to the other side. So it doesn't matter if he's in a right lead or a left lead. He goes to a left lead, go, boom. That's it. But most important thing is I'm moving, and I draw him into me. See how I draw him into me? I'm not standing here like this. All right, I'm not static. I'm moving, and I'm drawing him into me. All right, so you have two options. The options are going to be like this. He jabs, and I just back off, okay, and just lean slowly, bam. Or I come and I just direct it and come over here. I could also use my lead hand and direct it into here. Maybe I'm moving this way, and I get directed here. Do you see how there's no limit to your stance? Because I could have multiple opponents, which we're going to do in a moment, coming from all directions. Okay, you guys with me? So let's give that a try. So you're just going to lean and then switch by moving your body mechanics we learned earlier as he's punching to, boom, get out of the way like that. Or I just move and I direct it into there. Okay, want to give it a try? Please be careful. See, people have broken their hands, even with like 16-ounce boxing gloves with this, all right? So you still have to be careful with your partner, all right? So now, guess what? Now we're giving him a jab and a cross, so he gets 2 punches, okay? But they really don't change, because there's no difference between a jab and a cross. Why is that? Because they follow the exact same line of attack. They're both coming straight down the center, okay? So if he gives me a jab, boom. If he gives me a cross, boom. Okay, he gives me a jab, cross, boom, boom. He gives me a jab, cross, boom, bam. Okay? You kind of see the idea of the effectiveness of it. But the most important thing is I'm watching him. Right? I'm not afraid of those punches. To me now, these punches are like a baseball that's coming in to be destroyed. This principle is called defanging the snake, and it comes from Filipino martial arts. Because I want to defang the snake. Because the moment he comes and he hits that, boom, that's going to happen. All right, so you give me that reaction, boom, and then I'm in, bam, and I can finish my fight right after and follow up and finish. I can pick what I want. You can pick your art then and put it in. That's the idea. I don't want any separation between arts. We're all the same. But we need to apply the same kind of principles that are universal, and that's what Bruce Lee was talking about with Jeet Kune Do concepts, okay? So when he gives me now the jab and the cross, take a look. Maybe I lean here and I lean back. And if you don't get it perfect, no problem. You still deflect it. But if you notice, I'm not in range. I'm never here like this. Now look, I'm smothered, and then I can't see the next shit's coming. So I'm always moving. I'm like the matador. I move, bam, and I move. I make my head move, bam, 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 bam. You kind of see the idea? I'm always moving. I'm always watching. I'm luring him in. Yeah, attack by draw. Want to give that a try? Sure. Go for it. Okay, group of 3. Brian, Clay, and Carol. Here we got a group of 3. Everybody have a group of 3? All right, very good. Check it out. Look over here. Eyes here. Take a kneel. Eyes over here. This is how the drill's going to work. All right? Now, what's the best thing? How many times is there a street fight that's one-on-one? Rarely. Rarely. Everybody always goes out what? With 2 friends. Okay, so there's always multiple people. The next thing for training from an attribute development perspective, there are no secrets in martial arts. If there was one, it's attribute development. What do I mean by attributes? Attributes, things like footwork, timing, line familiarization, sensitivity. Okay, these are attributes. These are attributes that are common to all martial arts, to all sports. Line familiarization, your ability to spatial relationship, manage the space, the timing. These are attributes. When we add a second opponent attacking you, your awareness now has to deal with 2 things. So there's twice the stimulus. Then when you go back to one person, guess what happens? We trick the brain and time starts to slow down. Okay? That's very important. And we're also learning attacking. Now they're going to show you what to do here, but here's the key thing. You have one rule when you're fighting multiple opponents. One rule. Never cut the middle. Never cut the middle. If you cut the middle through two, okay, show that please. Okay, they're moving feet clay. So if he's over here, go, boom, boom, and he decides to cut the middle, that's what happens. When you're fighting multiple opponents, let's say I'm fighting all three of these. Am I fighting all three of them at the same time? No, I fight one guy 3 different times. Okay, check it out. Swim, you ready? Come. Feel me? That's what it's going to look like. And I'm not out of breath. It's the most important thing. Ready, guys? Want to give that a try? Sir. Think about martial arts. Why do we really do it? For fun. Let's be honest, right? Okay, we want to learn how to kick butt. That's why we're all friends. That's why we all like the Karate Kid and movies like that, right? But here's the thing: at the end of the day, it's for fun, and it's for friendship. We're building fun and friendship, a community. The people closest to us that we train with, they're our family. Fun, friendship, family, right? That's the best thing for me about martial arts, what we get to create. And when we push each other to get better like this, when we push each other to put ourselves in the zone and not thinking about other things and just doing, we're all growing together, right? Let me ask you a question. In that last drill, did you guys think about the bills you have to pay at home? You guys think about the next session, the next thing you got to do? Did you think about anything else? No, sir. All right, so here's the trippy part. For me, right, it was chaos is where I learned the present moment. I sat there forever like, I was like, man, this is not working. Stop, shut up, all day long. It didn't work until one day I was attacked. And when I was attacked that day, you can read about my story in the magazine. And that day, all of a sudden, it was like, bam, it was like the Matrix. I was like, holy, what's going on over here? I just didn't know what to do. So I wasn't a hero. I still got my butt kicked. But I felt the moment. I felt it. And I was like, man, this is insane. This is what they're talking about when you're supposed to be in that Zen state, the flow state. I like to call it the high performance zone. When athletes, Michael Jordan, you give him the ball, right? What happens? He wants the ball, right? Not like LeBron James, Michael Jordan. All right, I'm just saying. Okay? He's a great player. Take nothing away from him. Okay? But here's the deal. It's about putting ourselves in that zone and in that place. That's very important. Okay? We have just short time, so I want to show you a lot of things. But I will really quickly show you how you can use the elbows against a jab, cross, and a hook. Okay? And then we'll go on to the next technique. Daryl? Just see how easy it is, okay? That's just so you can absorb it. All right, so if he jabs, here's one, he crosses, here's two, there's the hook, you just go right in. That's it. If you look how simple it is, go boom, boom, bam, right? And I'm moving. See, notice that I'm moving. And I make him lunge to me, right? I'm not standing here in front of him going, look, I'm gonna eat that. I didn't move. Next, look how my head is moving. Next, look at my breathing. And then I lure him into my trap. So when I'm moving, see, sometimes I just move. Then, and then you can come and follow up. You got to keep it really simple. Okay, just wanted to show you, in your mind, you might be wondering if there's a swing that comes. What do you do? Okay? So that's dealing with protect the king, the first part, right? Put yourself in a chaotic situation. We move, we manage the breath, move our head. But the key is what? Building our attention and our awareness. Perception. So perception. Perception, the root word is awareness. Okay? Just like deception, the root word is awareness. Interception, the root is awareness. So everything comes from awareness. Okay? So now let's shift over to the attack side of it, that we want to go first. All right? In Bruce Lee's Jeet Kune Do, he was a very eloquent man, more like an engineer, I would say. I broke things down. In Jeet Kune Do, there's no, at the highest levels of all martial arts, forget the name, there's no really defense. There's what's called a primary attack and a secondary attack. Okay? So primary attack means I go first. Secondary attack means my opponent goes and then I counterattack him. Does that make sense? So for example, my opponent goes, I'm not being defensive or passive, When he throws a jab, boom, I'm counterattacking him. You guys follow what I'm saying? Sure. Or he throws a jab, counterattack him. There's no throw the jab. There's no passive block. You feel me? That's not the idea that I want. I want to attack the nullified situation. Now, primary attack, I go first. Remember this saying. Firstest, okay, everybody say it. Firstest? Firstest. With the mostest? With the mostest. Is the bestest. Is the bestest. Hit first. Hit first. Hit hard. Hit hard. Hit last. Hit last. Right? Follow that, win. Okay, that's the idea. Always go first. Don't let that person even get off. Why? Because if I go first, he didn't get to show, or she didn't get to show the art. They didn't get to show me their skill. I don't want to deal with you if you're a good fighter. No way. I don't want to have to go through that. I want to stop it before it even happens. Okay? So now, we're going to get into the queen of all moves. The queen of all moves is the bilji in Chinese, which means thrusting fingers, or eye jab, right? All arts, I think, raise your hands, you all have it in your arts, right? Whatever art you study, the shot to the eyes is what we want, okay? Stand up, please. Let's see the mechanics. All right, so the mechanics. I want you to just go like this first, like a spaghetti arm. Make your arm loose from the shoulder, loose, loose, loose. Shake it out, okay? So here's what you don't want. You don't want this. You follow me? Watch. You want the whole body like a whip to shoot out. That's the idea. So slowly. So as I go here, my hips lead. And as my hips lead, look, it just flows out to the target and then it retracts back. Okay? So use your best hand to put that lead forward. So if you're left-handed, put your left lead forward. If you're right-handed, put your right hand forward. Okay? And so all I want you to do now is you're going to get a partner and you're going to practice it. So what you're going to do is you're going to practice it on their shoulder. But I have control so I can go and hit them on the head. Okay? That's the idea. So first stand straight. Okay, so here, if I'm here, the next thing with the eye jab is the distance. I can't be way out here and like lunge. That won't work. So there's what's called the fighting measure. The fighting measure, take your fighting stance. I know exactly where it is. Watch, reach out and jab me. You can't hit me. Okay, put your hand down. I can jab him back. That's why I have fingers. It gives me an extra reach. Does that make sense? Sure. And I don't have to, with the jab, when I punch him, I have to punch him in the back of his head to create the power. Does that make sense? Sure. So the depth of penetration is further, so I have to travel further, so therefore it takes longer. But the eye jab, I just need to flick it. Okay, so it's just really loose, and he's just flick it. So you guys gotta practice in the shoulder. Just like that. And he's gonna go, and then this way, bam, 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 bam. Okay, ready? Let's just practice that. So you can always, when you guys go home, most of your schools, your school owners, your instructors, all right, stop the class and say, hey, listen to the sound. If they're going, they forgot the nucleus. We do this at the end of every drill we do. The success is that we're not out of breath. The success is not if we got hit or not. That's the thing. You got to get over the fear of getting hit, because in a fight, you're going to get hit. We're not Bruce Lee in a movie. You guys follow me? Even Bruce Lee in the movie gets hit, if you remember, at the beginning. The bad guy always beats him up a little bit. All right? So at the end of the day, you're going to take shots. You're going to take blows. You never know what's going to happen. But your ability to roll with the punches, roll with the flow of the moment, that's just the most important thing. You want to last longer. So the longer you last, maybe that person gets tired. Maybe you see an opening for escape. Maybe somebody comes, helps you. Maybe now you turn the tide because they get tired and now you can attack. Especially if you're fighting a larger person. If you're fighting like a 300-pound man or a big, strong man, you gotta outlast them. You can't engage them right away. You gotta make them run. Here's a tactic you can take. Tease them. Tease them. Make fun of them. Oh man, you're slow. You're fat. You're out of shape. Do that. They'll get more angry, right? They'll get more, steam will come like in the cartoon. You run around the cars and they're chasing you, right? And then the moment they go, now you come in. You follow me? It's all tactics and strategy. Ambush. Look at a tiger, right? A tiger could kill any of us anytime it wanted, right? Yeah, sure. But that guy still ambushes you. You still don't see it come. That's how tactical a tiger is. So be as tactical as a tiger. Think about it. A tiger is so tactical. It stalks. It's prey. That's what you want to do. You need awareness of it. Yeah? Okay. So now, in a fight, you have two kinds of fights that happen, right? The one is like the, hey, let's do this and that kind of thing, you know? That 90% is like that, right? The peacocking or the posture. And then the rest is the hands come up, which is the duel, right? The duel could be in sport combat, could be like an MMA match, sparring, or whatever, or fighting another stylist. I know we're not in the era of challenges anymore, but they still do exist in certain places. But people might come, or you might want to test yourself out against another art, whatever your thing is. Our tactics and strategies have to be able to work in both situations. We can't just be like, oh, you know, I'm only going to deal with altercations where somebody comes at me like this, or I'm only going to fight somebody like this. We have to be able to adapt. With me? So now, if this person's approaching me, and he's coming here like this, as soon as he steps in my range, he gets hit. Right? But here's the most important thing that we have to understand. Hands are up. Not like this. If it's the guy's walking up to you like, hey, please stop. Use your words. People are watching. It's very important. And you also give them an opportunity to stop. So if he's coming up to me and say some stuff, but don't swear, it's here. Mm-hmm. Okay? Ready?
Hey, you punk mother. Are you?
Try again.
I'm gonna kick your.
Stop, please. And he stopped. So now do I hit it? No, I walk away. Okay, but if he continues,
Don't forget to sit.
yes. He's all confused. Okay, ready? Go.
Man, I'm gonna kick your
please
freaking
stop.
butt.
That's it. He stepped into my range. I told him to stop. He didn't listen. I'm protecting my space. All right? And I can explain that to a police officer. Very important. Very important. So that's it. But we're not going to practice that because it's easy. Right? It's time. I want to go against the duel. But the same thing would work against them. Okay? So now he's got his hands up and he's here. We're in a fight. Okay? I can't escape. I can't go anywhere. Whatever the reason situation was, we're in this fight. Another martial artist, a street fighter, a trained guy, any kind of idea. So, again, here's the fighting range. Now, the moment, what happens here is now his hands are up, right? So if I'm fast enough, I can still get it. Are you ready? So if I'm fast enough, I can still get it. Okay, I can still get it. Okay, so let's say he can stop me. Okay, so he gets, boom. So now, I want to see which hand he uses to block. That's the first thing. So the eye jab is a probe. It's a hit and it's a probe. If I just got him, okay, oh, this is good, you guys have that. Boom, if I just got him, I got him. It was good. But the first one is also giving me information. It gave me information that he used a rear hand block. Or it gave me information that he uses front hand block. Or it gives me information that he moves his head back. Or it gives me information that he shuffles back his feet. I just got him. I got his next move. Chess is about playing two moves ahead. I don't want to play with him in the same move in time and space. Then he gets to show me what he's got. I don't want to have to deal with that. So, let's say he blocks with his front hand. Boom. So the moment I see that, boom, I just drop down and hit the groin. Okay? So you see that? As I go here, I see that. Now look. I just drop. Okay? Just drop. That's the first option. I'm going to give you a second option, similar as well. Okay? Now take a look. He blocks. Boom. And he just hit the groin. There's going to be two first options for that, okay? If he blocks with the lead hand, yeah? So I go here, bam, and then, okay? I go here, boom, bam, and I come back, right? It's high, low, high. My targeting system, okay? Repeat this, EETGS. EETGS. Eyes, ears, throat, groin, shin or knees. Okay? The EETGS. I only hit those targets. I don't want to hit anything else. Because those targets make me use the fastest strokes, the fastest techniques. And I'm using them always in high, low, high. I'm changing the level. Because look, if I go up high and his head, look, where does his body go? It went back. So his body weight's back. So he can't move for that one. When I go back here, I drop down and come back over here for the next one. You're always going to be using high, low, high. So if he blocks with his rear hand, I just can drop back. If he blocks with his rear hand, I can come back here. Okay, if he's really fast blocking with his rear hand, I can go home and I can come back up. Not for a streak, that's just for fun. Okay? But here's the idea. Okay? So yeah, I see him react, and I come back on that same line again. So here's the technique I want you to practice. One It doesn't matter if he uses the rear hand. It doesn't matter if he uses the front hand. It doesn't matter, right? So I don't care. I just see this, and I go here, and I come back. He uses your hand. I go here, come back here. He moves his head out of the way. I come back. They all work. Does that make sense? Sure. So as the feeder, what you're going to do is you're going to give them different looks. You're going to use this hand, you're going to use this hand, or you're going to move your head away. Just use those three reactions. Sure. The person doing the technique, you're going to go, I jab, kick the groin, I jab. Okay? Or, I jab, drop, come back up. Okay, but notice when I drop with my whole body. So as I go here, I drop and I come back up. Okay, with the back twist low, back twist high. Or the other one is, I jab, groin shot, back to the I jab. Feel me? And notice how he's giving me the reaction. It's very important for my partner to react the way he would. He's going back. He's going down. He's going back. He's going back. I drop, and then he comes back in. With me? Clear on what to do? Sir. Go. We are living in the era of grappling. Does everybody agree with me? Yes, sir. All right. So my best advice to you is you should all grapple. There is anti-grappling is grappling. You have to place it into your curriculum now. It's very important. But I don't have time to show you all that stuff. I'd love to, and I teach. I have a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Hopefully I can get my black belt soon, working hard on that. But here's the deal. I want to give you a few positions that you might get caught in and show you some emergency techniques to get out of. Okay? That's what I want to show you. Daryl, go ahead. Okay, so first and foremost, the Thai clinch, all right? Thai clinch, somebody grabs your neck, pulls you around, right? They're taking your base and your balance away. That's what they're trying to do, all right? That's by clinching the neck. The next thing is they're trying to come and double under and wrestle you in here, okay? See how he's countering me? But my purpose is to get double under so I can bear hug him and dump him. That's what they're trying to do with the wrestler's pummel. Their goal is to get double under, grip, take your balance, and take you down. Or get two double on the neck, and then bring you and move you. If you notice, he's got good posture from the trainer. He's got his neck straight up. But what they want to do is this, to turn you around, move you and manipulate you to do what they want you to do. Okay? So the first and foremost thing, when somebody grabs your neck, okay, you have to get one hand on the inside. All right, one hand, and you have to posture. Now move me. See, I'm posturing. That's the first thing that I got to do. But sometimes you have to do a lot of Thai clinch for that. And the Thai clinch pummel drill looks like this, folks. That's a drill. It would take me some time to teach you all that. But I want to show you so you can go learn it on your own, because it's very important. But if you can't get your arm under, I'm going to give you a technique to do. So even if you can't get there, okay? So when he gets this here, he's got my neck, my posture's broken. I want to take this other hand, and I want to push it across. See what I did to his face? I want to push it across. Grab his shoulder if I can. Posture up. Now look, take this hand, I come here. I'm going to bite that hand. Okay? What did that do? That released. Now from here, I come into the eyes. I go to headbutt, knee, and elbow. All right, that's it. Can you say B-H-K-E? B-H-K-E. Bite. Headbutt, knee, elbow. So if you notice after the bite, I did the high-low high again. Right, even here, all right? So here's going to be your technique to practice. Okay, now, I come here, I push across, posture up, I grab, I bite, he lets go. Now instantly I come here, you can take that if you need it, and give a headbutt. Now if you see for practice, look what he does. He goes to this position. He's done this many times. So as soon as the person bites, you know that they're going to practice the headbutt, knee, and elbow. So you go, ah! Keep your head up like this. so they can just practice the move. With me? Sir. Okay, so check it out. It's here, I come across, and that's where I want to bring that out from. All right? So that's going to be the one that you're going to practice. So I'll show you one more time. Okay, so I pull my head down, I push across, I bite, take the eyes, and I come back over. Do it with some control. Okay? Give it a try, go. I just want to wrap it up to make sure we're respectful to the next teacher. But before we wrap up, I just want to show you a little quick demo of a little bit of our training of how we do it, put everything together. So I'm going to bring two of my top guys out to come up. Now they have no idea what they're going to do. All right, and I'm going to direct it so that you can see some adaptability. Really simple. You're going to see them go from the long range of sticks to knives to empty hands to grappling to fighting to gouging to sparring, you name it. Now when you're dealing with weapons, it's very important, if you notice, they've got their stunner shades on, okay? It's very important that you got your glasses on, because if your eyes get hurt, you can't come back from that, okay? Ready guys, come on in, ready? Okay, let's start off, move around, far, go. Notice the breathing, the constant movement. Okay, into sombrada, go, 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 flow. Now they're flowing, counter to counter. Pull out a knife, go back to sombrada, go. Now they're using weapons of different length, changes the timing a little. Far now, go. Notice the constant breathing, go. Okay, Clay, drop the stick, pull out the knife, knife far, go. Look at the attributes that are being developed. The constant movement, that's the idea. Working the movements out of movement. Timing, angle, distance, making it alive. Sombrada, go, flow. Now they're flowing. Play this arm. New drill. Now they go single knife against empty hands. Now see, they're getting tired. This is on purpose. I want them to get tired. Otherwise they're not training. Okay, get rid of the blade. Hubud. Empty hand trapping drill. Clinch, pummel, go. Notice the breathing. They're going through so many different fights right now. That's the idea. They're looking to conserve their energy. All right, hit the ground. Go. Somebody do a takedown. Okay, roll. Now they're in the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Slow roll, go. Pass the guard, Clay. Pass the guard, pass the guard. Oh, pass the guard. All right, bite, head bite in the elbow, get up. Very good. Okay, pick up this stuff. Okay, that's awesome. Let's see where we're on. Okay, I have 30 seconds. I just wanted to show you as much as possible. Once again, it's a big honor for me to be here. I love Century. I love what they've done for martial arts, helping all you guys get out there. At the end of the day, we are in the business of courage, confidence, and clarity. We do martial arts because we have fun, we build friendships, and we build families. And that's the most important thing. And along the way, we learn to kick butt, take names, and defend ourselves and our families. And there's nothing better than that, right? So it's been a real honor with being here with all of you. Thank you very much for your time and attention. And I look forward to seeing you all soon.